Recording in progress.
Okay. So let's begin. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere, established in the hearts of all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Om Namah Shivaya, I bow to inner light. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. I am not this body is not me. 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 Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. I am bliss, absolute pure consciousness. 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 Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let's start with spiritual breathing in order to connect with the divine essence that resides in the spiritual heart, in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. Bring the arms up, the palms slightly turned up. From the fingertips, inhale the best down through the arms and into the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4. Feel yourself being flooded by all that goodness. 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the heart, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the fingertips. Just let the breath go. Everything they pulled in stays within. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale everything that you need down through the arms and into the spiritual heart. 3, 4. Use your attention to attract it to the heart. 6, 7, 8. Hold again the heart as an offering to God who resides there. Exhale out through the arms again. Send out just the breath out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale, pull in the everything that you need, the best of the best, down into the spiritual heart. 4, 5. Feel yourself being flooded by all that you need. Then hold it again in the heart. Hold the breath. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, back out through the fingertips, just the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. So now let's do color breathing. Imagine the Om sound that produces infinite number of vibrations, colors, and sounds. So we're just going to imagine we're breaking up that Om in some of its primary constituents. And we're concentrating our attention in certain areas of the body to bring healing effects to that area. Your attention is like a magnet, attracts all the prana there. In addition, this color breathing also increases your aura, which is your protection against psychic attacks, negative energy attack directed towards you, either intentionally or unintentionally. So now we're going to go up bit by bit through the spine, the central psychic channel. Starting at the base of the spine, bring your attention to the base of the spine, the sacral area, and the navel area. Flood the whole area with red, the color red. The sound is ah. Just allow the breath to ride, the sound to ride the breath. Inhale. Moving up to the heart now. The color is green. The sound is you, a higher pitch this time. And may this bring healing and the healing both in the emotional and physical sense. Inhale. You. Next, go to the base of the throat. The color is blue. The sound is so. Remember that all the words that come from the throat should be always ones of loving kindness and compassion. Inhale. So. Next, the third eye region. The color is another shade of blue. Concentrate on the sinuses, the area in the center of the forebrow. This is also where the pituitary gland is found, and this brings radiant health when you stimulate that hub, that area. It brings radiant health to all the glands in the body. The sound is E. Again, another shade of blue. Inhale. Next, stay in that area a little bit behind it. And here we're concentrating on the center of the forebrow again. The sound is sun, S-U-N. The vibrations produced by the latter part of the sound, the N part of the sound, imagine are powerful enough to dislodge all the impurities from where they're sitting in the body. Imagine all those impurities being shaken out of where they are, brought into the bloodstream, and eventually out of the body. The color is indigo. Inhale. And last, the crown. The color is violet, the sound is sum, S-U-M. Concentrate on the M part of the sound again. The vibrations produced with the lips pressing together and concentration there will just vibrate the whole brain, the whole top of the head. And this helps with mental sharpness and clarity. Color again is violet at the crown. Inhale. Sum. Take a moment to just notice any changes in the state of the mind, the body, and the emotions. Have no expectations to what you should observe or should not observe. Just be the witness watching it all and deliver all the benefits that you receive to all beings everywhere. Purify our pranayama now. This helps to purify us from the inside out. Imagine all the purifying effects going all the way up the central psychic channel, right up to the crown. Hold the breath there. The attention is always at the crown, the seat of the crown here, and then as the exhale, let go of all the impurities out with the exhale. So the count is 4, 12, 8, 4 on the inhale, 12 on the breath retention, 8 on the exhale. Breathing in through both nostrils, hold the breath, Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha on the breath retention, exhale out through the left. Left hand and Jnana Mudra on the left knee, the Mudra consciousness. Right hand, second and third fingers fold down to the palm. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, it's no longer Vishnu Mudra. It's a mudra used for the pranayama. Thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. Okay, so let's begin. We'll do it 5 times. Breathe out, empty the lungs completely. Inhale now, fill up through both nostrils. 2, 3, raise the chest. 4, hold the breath, bring the chin on the chest, contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. 2, 3, 4, the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, the attention at the third eye. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side, slowly and evenly. 2, 3, release the tension in the throat and the root. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale through both nostrils. 3, fill up the lungs, raise the chest, hold the breath, chin on the chest, third eye's attention again. Everything stops. All the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and emotions as though they're frozen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side slowly. 2, 3, release the locks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again through both nostrils. 3, 4, hold the breath, third eye tension, plug both sides of the nose. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the left side, slowly push all the air out of lungs. 2, 3, 4. Be completely empty by the 8th count. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 3,
4, hold the breath. Third eye, always your attention there. Remember the locks at the root and the throat. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale. 3, 4. Hold the breath for 12. Keep your attention at the space between the eyebrows to attract all the prana there. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Take your attention to as the witness watching everything. Whatever reactions come up, whatever effects you feel as a result of the pranayama, be unconcerned. It is the mind and the body only that needs a purification. The true self needs no purification. It is already stainless, immutable, ever evolving, divine. And through the practice now, we cultivate that love for all beings equally has its portion of God within. So through the practice, we try to see all the divine manifestations, incarnations of God. So on that note, let's begin the practice. Let's come to standing or continue the practice. So let's come up. We'll start off with a few warm-ups just to prepare the body for the practice. I'll stand with your feet about 10 inches apart and then start to swing from one side to the other. Feel as though the arms are heavy ropes hitting the body. Try to see all the way around you. And then start to shake faster. Feel as though the arms were dead. Allow the head to fly in all the directions. And then start to slow it down. Bring the hands on the hips and then circle the head. Large circles as possible. The ears touching the shoulders, the chin coming right down on the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. Feel as though the head were very heavy, rolling all the way around the neck. And then change the direction of rotation. Try to see the floor, no matter where the head is in its rotation, even when the head goes back. Good. And now, bring the left foot forward, right arm circles backwards. If you have any shoulder issues, you can take your left hand to your front of the shoulder, turn the body along with the arm. And then go forward now. Feel as though you had a weight of 5 pounds in your hand to make the arm swing more easily. Then the right foot in front, left arm circles backwards. Imagine you're about to wind up and throw a ball. And then go in the opposite direction now. Good. And now bring your feet again in line with one another. Bring the arms up over the head. Take hold of the opposite elbows. Bend to your left. Go back to the middle and go to the other side. Look past your left elbow. Try not to hunch forward. And then come up, go to the other side again. Try not to make any wrinkles in the waist as you bend. Feel a stretch all along the top side of the body. Come up and go to the other side. Pull on the elbow. Stretch. And then coming back. Circles over the head now, moving mostly the head, neck, and shoulders to begin.
gradually getting larger and larger with the chest and the upper back coming into the movement. Keeping the arms close to the ears, squeeze inside the head. And if you feel comfortable, do so. The whole trunk rotates now. Make like a big windmill. Dive down, the forearms brushing right across the feet. And then coming all the way back up, and then change directions. Little circles to start over the head. And then gradually getting larger. The chest and the upper back coming into the movement. Imagine all beings experiencing through your body, so try to deliver the best experience. And then now the whole trunk, if you feel comfortable. Circles. Trace large circles in front of the body. And then coming all the way back up. And then release the arms. Shake out the wrists, move the fingers very, very rapidly. Like you have no control over the hands, are moving by themselves. And then up and down, flapping the hands, shaking feeling all the wrists and the finger joints being shaken. Good. Now bring your arms out to the side. Swing the left leg back and forth. If you want to bring your left hand on the wall, go ahead and do so. Make the leg look like a big pendulum swinging out of control. Lean forward, try to get your knee right to the shoulder. Good. And then the other leg. Perhaps at some point the shin will come right to the forehead and the toes will touch the back of the head. And then break the pose. Come back in the center, the feet together, the arms by sides of the body. 6 counts to come up. Inhale, start to lift the arms. 2, 3, lift up off the heels, come up high. 2, 3, exhale. 2, 3, lower the heels slowly with control. 2, 3. Inhale, feel the arms floating up by themselves. 2, 3, come up taller, hands over the head, off the heels. Exhale, 2, 3, and lower down again. 2, 3, really push through with your toes. Inhale, 2, 3, and come up high as you can. 2, 3, lift the heels way away from the ground. Exhale, 2, 3, always move control and with gracefulness, and down. 2, 3. Whatever happens, dance with it. Be unconcerned. 2, 3. Come all the way up. This applies in your day-to-day life as well. Be undisturbed, unconcerned, unjudging. Exhale. 2, 3. And slowly down. 2, 3. Bring the chin back down onto the chest in a gesture of humility. Stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Renounce all the fruits. Imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So now let's come to the front of the mat. Continue with Surya Namaskara. Hands to the heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. Imagine you're facing the sun doing this, being infused by the light and the warmth, where it represents the wisdom and the love of God. Fill yourself up with it and send it out to all beings everywhere. Let's imagine we're together physically in a safe space, moving like a school of fish. Raise your arms up overhead, arch back as you see fit. And then fold forward. Bend your knees if you need to bring hands flat on the ground, chest on the thighs. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank, lower down the knees, and the seat all the way back behind the heels. Glide forward into cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Uncoil like a snake. Back again, 2 more times. Bring the seat all the way back. Creep forward. Pull at the floor with your arms to propel yourself forth more power. Raise the head. Bring it all the way back. One more time. Take the seats back, glide forward smoothly. Imagine having that boundless range of motion like the serpents. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now lift the seat, allow the heart to melt, the head to fall below the arms. Then a right foot steps forward to the hands, drop down to the seat, looking up as though in adoration to God. And the feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the sides, head down. Come all the way up, engage the buttocks and the upper back to support you in the movements. Bending back, and then come back home, hands to the heart. Raise your arms up again. Keep on being a witness, watching the body, watching the mental reactions, watching the emotions again without any expectation, without any judgment. Left foot back, what happens to come your way. Into high plank, lower the knees down, the seat all the way back. Come forward. Remember to copy the teacher, in this case a serpent, physically. And then take the seat all the way back. Blessed, twice blessed are those who can copy the teacher mentally, be regal and wise like the serpent. One more time, take the seat back, and 3 times blessed to those who can copy the teacher. Spiritually tap into all the divine characteristics, see God in all forms. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow the heart to come down again, the head to come down. Left foot steps forward to the hands softly. Good. And then the feet come together, Uttanasana. Bow down as though in humbleness. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then come back home, hands to the heart. Good. Raise your arms up, arch back, chest open in every sense. Uttanasana, fold the body down onto your legs. Right foot back. Lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Into the plank. Lower down the knees, chest and forehead. This time, as your hips come to your hands, lift the hips and knees away from the ground. Charge the legs, no legs on the ground. Upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow soften the line in the back. The right foot steps forward again. Push the shoulders back. And then feet together, bow to the legs. Uttanasana, gesture of humbleness. Come up again, reach up and back. And then back home here. Raise your arms up again. Hips forward, stretch the whole front of the body. Fold the body down onto your legs. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Into the plank. Lower the knees, chest and forehead down, Ashtanga Namaskara. Right through into upward facing dog. Hips and knees again away from the ground. If you can, charge the legs. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat all the way back. And then the left foot steps forward to the hands. Drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs. Come up, reach up over the head. Standing salute. Come back home, Pranamasana, always coming back to source, divine love. Raise your arms up. Fold the body down onto your legs, chest on your sides. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. This time flatten out the toes. Inhale, come up. Raise your arms up. Exhale, drop your seat forward, circle the arms down. If you can, lean away from the leg, allow the head to drop back. Always again according to your condition and your abilities. And sink your seat all the way forward, open yourself up again. Make a gesture like you open yourself up to divine grace. One more time. Raise your arms up, circle the arm down. Now plant the right hand on the inside of the left foot, raise the back knee up, lift the left arm up. A little bit of a twist here. Pull the left arm back. Push the left hip back as well. Keep the back leg charged. Good. And now coming back into high plank. You have a choice here to do the same thing, Ashtanga Namaskara, or if you can, bring the seat back, keep your knees up, so you can pull yourself right into upward facing dog from here. Pull the elbows into the sides by, try not to let your hips and knees touch the ground in between. And back into downward facing dog. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Back knee down, flatten up the toes. Inhale again, rise up. Exhale, drop down to the seats. Lean away from the legs, circle the arms down. Again, come up. Imagine your arms in the wings of a butterfly. Open up gracefully. Allow the head to fall back. One more time. Reach up and circle the arms down. Now plant your left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Lift the back knee. Raise your right arm up. Stretch from hand to hand and pull the right hand back. Turn your chest and face up. Pull the right hip back. Try to keep the side body long. And then coming back, bring the hands back on either side of the right foot. Step the left foot into meet. Uttanasana. Bow down in own humbleness. Rise all the way up, hips forward, arch back. And then come back home. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing again through your body, so deliver the best experiences possible. Pull the body down, Uttanasana. Try to get your chest below the knees, the top of the head almost to your feet. Left foot back, lower down the knee, flatten out the toes. Inhale, raise your arms up again. Turn to the right, this time as the arms circle down. Again, raise your arms up. Make a gesture like you're opening yourself up to all experiences. We have something to gain from each and every one. Raise your arms up. Be grateful for all experiences. Open up to the right. And now turn forward. Slide your right hand just alongside the right hip. Bring the left arm up and bend to the right. So feel again, nice stretch along the left side of the body without crinkling up the left side of the body too much. And then coming back. Beautiful. Back into high plank. And then again, knees, chest, forehead down, or bring your seat all the way back with your knees staying up and pull yourself right through into upward facing dog. You have to pull the elbows into the sides of the body, pushing through with your toes and the hands to come up into upward facing dog. And then back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward, back knee down, flatten out the toes. Inhale, come up. Exhale, open up to your left. Again, inhale, rise up. Each time you come up, pull the torso further up, bound the hips, and then open up to your left. One more time. Keep watching the body moving gracefully. Visualize yourself moving gracefully, and this will translate in your physical movements. Now your left hand comes alongside the left hip. Reach the right arm over the head and bend to your left. A nice smooth curve along the right side of the body. No wrinkles if possible in the left side of the waist. Good. And then coming back. One hands on either side of the left foot and step the right foot into meet it. Uttanasana, bow down in zone humbleness. Come all the way up. Every movement reflecting surrender to divine service. Hands in the heart. Raise your arms up. Continuing with the variations. Push your hips forward. And then bend your knees as you're coming down. Lie your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back. Pull the hands all the way back behind your seat and then over your head. Uttanasana. Imagine trying to get your chest below the knees. The top of the head coming towards the feet. Just your deep humility. Now from here, keep your gaze forward, keep your weight on your left thigh, right foot comes back. Lower down the knee, flatten out the toes. Raise your arms up, Kapiyasana, pull your arms all the way up and back behind the ears. Stretch the whole front of the body. And then break the pose immediately. Bring the hands down. Swing the left leg all the way up and back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. And now come forward. Shoulders over the fingertips. If you need, you can lower your foot down alongside the other for a high plank. If you can, keep your leg up as you bring your chest down. Elbows come into the sides of the body. As soon as your chest touches down, the left foot comes down, right into upward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Bend the toes under. And see if you can push the shoulders back. Look like a dog howling at the moon. Remember, you're trying to come into the consciousness of the form, imitate in every way possible. Now push into toes, come all the way back into downward facing dog. Try to get your belly towards your thighs and chest down, the top of the head coming down. If you're flexible, maybe the forehead, the nose, maybe the chin will come down eventually. Look like a dog stretching its back. Now raise a right leg up, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, and step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, flatten out the toes, Kapyasana again. Reach the arms up, arch back. Good. Make like a crescent moon shape. And then break the pose. Bring the belly onto your thighs, swing your arms back behind the back, and join the feet back together. Uttanasana. Push your body into your legs, send the head down towards the feet. Hands over the head. And come right up to standing. Reach up over the head. Engage the buttocks and upper back to support you into movement. Back home, hands in the heart. Raise your arms up again, same variation. Lift the heart in every sense. Set your sights high in every sense. Bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back and pull them off the back and right over your shoulders, maybe even in front of the head, depending on your flexibility. Uttanasana. And then keep your weight on your right side. Left foot goes back. Back knee down. Kapyasana. Raise your arms all the way up over the head. Good. Beautiful. And then break the pose. Bring the hands back down. From here, swing the right leg all the way up into Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you can, keep your leg raised as you come forward into your high plank. If not, just keep your come back in the high plank into Chaturanga. If you can, however, lower your chest down first with control. Pull your elbows into the side of your body, right through to upward facing dog. Now from here, transition from upward to downward 3 times if you can. Round your back, tuck your chin in, and then back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart right between your shoulder blades. Come forward again, rounding your back, tuck your chin in, and rolling right into upward facing dog. The chest comes forward, the heart comes right through the center of the chest. Back the other way again. Push into your knuckles, your toes, and come back, downward facing dog. Sink the heart down. One more time if you have it in you. Come forward, roll over your toes, into upward facing dog. And back the other way. Push into knuckles, your toes. Round your back so you're trying to push your heart right between your shoulder blades and then down towards the ground. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here embody that beautiful quality of the dog, the loyalty to its master. Look like a dog stretching its back. Now raise the left leg up, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, and step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, flatten out the toes. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back, Kapyasana. Beautiful, nice. And then break the pose. Bring the belly onto your thighs, swing your hands behind the back, hold the breath, and bring the right foot in to meet the left. Uttanasana. Pull the body down, the head comes close to your feet. Come all the way up to standing, reach up over the head, arch back. And come back home, hands to the heart. Good. We're going to slow that one down to allow ourselves to explore the poses a little bit more. The beautiful divine shapes. Raise your arms up, hips forward. So if it's too much, you can keep your hands on your seat, push into your seat, pull down. Allow the head to drop back as far as you see fit. Don't go into a place of pain or suffering or anxiety. This is not what you want to transmit. Good. Then from here, pull on the seat, push into seat and come back up. From here again, bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back and pull hands up off the back, over your shoulders, and if, depending on your flexibility, maybe in front of the head. Try to get your seat eventually directly over the heels and your legs straight. Imagine your chest going beyond the knees. Good. Press the forehead against the legs. That's it. Beautiful, everybody. Wherever you are, it's perfect if you're always coming in with an intention of offering. It's the effort, remember that's most important, not the results. Now from here, looking forward, keep your weight on your left leg, bring the right foot back. Lower down the knee, flatten out the toes. Kapyasana here. So let's start with your seat all the way down. Raise your arms up, take hold of the opposite elbows, and push your head back into your arms, like you're lying at the beach. Keep pulling the body up on the hips. Sink your seat all the way forward to stay balanced.
And at any point, if you like, you can come into the full pose. Join your hands together, Kapiyasana. Index fingers pressed together. Now imagine the great shape of a red crescent moon and try to realize the shape of your body. Good. Lift the chest way up. And now break the pose. Bring the hands back down. From here, plant your hands down, swing your left leg all the way up and back, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now here, you can stay here. If you can bring your forearms down onto the ground. If it's too much, or you can bring your head down. If you can bring your head down, go ahead, do it now. And if you have the balance, you can slide your right hand back. See if you can take hold the inside of the right heel. If you can't reach the heel, you can bring it somewhere in between, or you can bring it alongside your body or along the thigh. Whatever is good for you, again, suitable to your condition. Stretch the left leg up way high. Good. And then return, come back to three-legged dog. Come forward into your high plank. And then from here, if you need to, lower down your knee. If you can do without lowering your knee, bring your chest down. So you can stay here. You can bring your right knee down. Options here. You can just bring your left leg down a little bit and just rest your thigh on the foot. If you bring the right foot up, just like this. Or if you know how to go into formidable face pose, you can do that as well. Bandha Garudasana. Push off the foot and come up. That's it. Good. That's it, Nicola. Push off the foot. There you go. Nice and controlled. And now break the pose. Come into cobra or upward facing dog. Look like a dog howling at the moon again. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Melt the heart here, allow the head to come down. Now again, into three-legged dog, the right leg comes up. You can bring the forearms down on the ground. If you can bring the top of the head to the ground. And here again, if you want, you can stay there, or you can see if you can bring walk your left hand back. Take hold the inside of the left heel with your left hand, or again, anywhere along the way. Keep your weight on your right hand. This helps to open up the shoulders a little bit. And then bring the left hand back, look forward. The right foot comes between your hands, back knee down, flatten up the toes. From here, Kapiyasana again, start with your arms over your head. If you can, take hold of your opposite elbows and pull the head up. Imagine you're trying to pull the body by the hips. Lean away from the leg, curve the tail under. Good. Seat all the way forward. And then if you like, Kapiyasana again, modify according to your condition. Even if you're just watching, this is all perfect. Just imagine you're doing through all the others. And then come forward, swing your hands behind the back, lean your belly into your front leg, swing your hands behind, and then bring your left foot in to meet the right. Uttanasana. Push your body against your legs, chest comes flat against the knees, maybe below the knees. Uttanasana. Bow down his own humble knees. And then come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms over the head, arch back as you see fit. Hands back to the heart. Keep on being a witness, watching body moving all by itself. Bury your mind deep in the heart. The body will move with more steadiness, grace, knees. Hasta Uttanasana again. Reach back. If you can, if you want, you can bring your hands to the seat. That's preferable. Push your hips all the way forward and down. Allow the head to drop back. Imagine you're trying to touch your seat with your head. And then pull into the seat, push down at the same time. Come back up. Bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs.
Join your hands behind the back, Uttanasana. Pull hands over your head, forehead pressing against the shins if your legs are straight. Now look forward, rest your weight on your right leg, bring the left leg back, flatten out the toes. From here, we're going to turn to your left. You can bring your left hand just, depending on your flex blade, just against your left thigh. You can slide it down towards the foot. Turn to your right, left. Good, now there's a few options here. If you can stay here. You can bring the right arm over the head, stay sort of like in a half crescent moon. Or if you can bring your left foot up. See if you can press it against the arm in spear pose. Or you can take the bind if you like. Bring your fingertips close to your ear, right hand comes around to the front of the face, lock the fingers together, and then come into swan. Good. Push the foot away from the shoulder. Think of a swan's neck. There's no bends in the neck, no sharp angles. Now from here, if you want, you can see if you can pull your foot close to the shoulder, bring the hand to the top of the foot, take all the toes from above, and then just allow your head to drop back and just sneak the foot to the right, onto the head. Eventually you'll be able to take both hands to the foot. Again, according to your conditions, have no attachment to the results, no expectations. And then break the pose. Bring the foot back down. Swing the right leg all the way up and back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, downward facing scorpion. Open up the hip, allow the foot to drop towards the left. Imagine trying to touch the floor on the left side of the body. If you want, you can stay here. If you can keep going. The foot comes all the way down. Come right into the wild thing. If you're very flexible, you can even move into Urdhva Dhanurasana from here. So just visualize your body moving into the poses you try to attain. With practice, with angry determination, your body will arrive. Good. Now come back. Right leg comes back up. And from here, come forward into high plank. Lower down the chest again between your hands. Left knee comes down if you like. You can stay here. You can catch, hold the, just use the left foot to prop up the right leg. If you can go into Bandha Gedodasana, go ahead. Push off the foot, come up. So if you're more flexible, you can try to bring your feet to the head touch. Press one foot into the other. Push the feet towards the head. And then coming back down into upward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful. Back into downward facing dog. And now lift the left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing scorpion again. Allow the foot to fall towards the right. You can stay here, open up the hip, or you can spin on the hand and the foot. Drop the foot to the ground. Into wild thing. Maybe keep spinning your hands. Keep going. You can come into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And then coming back, so turn on the right hand and the right foot again. Come back into three-legged dog. Left foot up. And then step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. And from here you turn to your right now, your knee, your hand can stay on the back of the knee. Sink your seat all the way forward, lean away from the leg, or slide your hand towards the foot. You can stay in any of these variations here. Left arm over the head, or you can maybe take the right foot up, rest in the crook of the arm with your arms extended, or take a bind. Swan pose. It's one of Dharma's favorite poses. Push the foot into the arm. Open up the pose a little bit. Push the foot away from the shoulder. And if you want to go further, if you want to try to take the foot from above, take the toes from above, pull the foot into the shoulder first, and then just allow your head to drop back. You just move your foot onto your head. With practice, the body learns lots of tricks to come into the poses. Good, nice. And then from here, break the pose, bring the right foot back down, lean into your front leg, join your hands behind your back, step the right foot in to meet the left. Uttanasana, pull the body against the legs, forehead against the shins if your legs are straight. Gesture of humility. Good. And come all the way up. Reach up over the head. Again, take your hands to your seat, or you can keep your hands together, whichever is suitable for your level of comfort. Allow the head to drop back, and then from here, come back up. Good, hands to heart. Good, now again, raise your arms up, hips forward. If you're very flexible, you might be able to go right into Urdhva Dhanurasana from here. Again, go according to your condition. And come back up. Can't go all the way, don't worry about it. And then come forward and down, Uttanasana. Now from here, take your right leg up, extended standing split, then full standing split. Bring the body against the leg, bend your left knee if you need to land your belly on your thigh. If you can, take your left hand to your ankle, your index finger tracing along the outside the heel, and the right leg comes up higher. Good. Beautiful line. If you have, just keep your gaze in front of the toes, slide your right hand in a little bit by little bit. Hold your breath so you can get your hand on the right hand on the foot on the inside. Index finger along the inside of the heel. Then from here, place your hands down and step the right foot back. Good, now from here, Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up over the head. Look devoted like the warrior, the strong, mighty warrior. From here, swing your hands down, toppling tree pose. If you'd rather, you can keep your arms out to the side for gliding eagle. Lean forward and bring your right leg up. If your hands are together, open up the palms and pull over the shoulders. Try to get your right leg up higher, your head about the height of the knee so your foot comes higher than the head. Good. Now from here, this is an option. Bring your hands down, lift the left heel, back down, pulse up and down. You can do this a few times if you feel comfortable. You can see you can take a few hops so you can get your right leg up. If you know how to do a handstand, you can go ahead. That's it, good. Press with your hands. That's it, good. One more time. Try to have your keep your foot close to your hands so you don't have to jump as much. You come straight up, lift up to the hips. Bring the left foot back down, the right foot comes back down. From here, turn forward, the right arm up. Parivita Pashakanasana. That's it, Georgia. Good. Go to your left now. Elbows the outside of the knee. You can bring your left knee down, your right knee down if you like. Parivita Pashakanasana. So you can keep your hands in prayer, or you take a bind if you have a bind. Pull the left shoulder all the way back. Good. Wherever you are, again, perfect. No attachment to the results. Just do your best. See yourself in the body of the guru doing the poses. At some point, the body will obey. Lower, make the pose, bring hands back to the inside of the left foot, bring the right knee down. Lizard. So now, like just if your hips are low to the ground, you can scooch back and forth a few times. Try to get your hips a little bit lower. And push back through the right heel. Lower the knee down. If your hips are low to the ground, you can fall to the right. See if you can get your right forearm down, right hip down, and roll back to your left. Try to have your body eventually lower than the knee. Creep the chest forward. If you're very flexible, your chest comes right down. Be like a lizard sunning itself on a warm earth. Good. That's it. Imagine your hips are very, very heavy. That's it. Keep telescoping your chest and head forward, and then the more you lengthen, the more the body will come down. And now coming back. Push the seats back. Ardha Hanumanasana. Lift the toes up on the front foot. Bow to the leg. The belly comes onto your thigh. The chest moves forward, further and further. Imagine trying to, at any moment, the top of the head will reach the foot. Bring your attention to all these areas that feel tight. That's where the prana will go to help release those areas. If this is too easy for you, Hanumanasana. You can hinge your seat forward, coming into a lunge again, and start to slide your left heel forward. Straight line from the back knee to the front knee. Your hands move them back alongside the hips. And just imagine you're stretching a mat between your feet. If you can go all the way down, then go all the way down. Good. And then you can do any variation you like. If you're all the way down, you can bring your hands to the heart, maybe up over the head. So this is an expression of faith. Anything is possible. Hanuman is the embodiment of courage, of devotion, and faith. Good. Beautiful. Any variations, go ahead. Some of you might both do the swan here. Again, take the foot up and take the same bind as you did in the Kapiyasana. Or if you know other variations, of course, go ahead. You can lean forward if you like. If you'd rather do more of a forward bend, you can do that as well. Beautiful, that's it. And break the pose. From here, you want to slide your left foot all the way back into plank. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead to the ground. Glide right through into the cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Sigh out all fatigue. And then the right leg comes up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Savasana. Step the foot between the hands. Virabhadrasana 2 this time. Turn to your left. Strong and mighty. Now from here, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the right hand down. Slide your left foot in and take your left leg up. Open up to the side. The hip is over the heel. If you want, you can take your right hand up off the ground in front of the heart. If you want to try to take both hands behind your back, sort of like you're doing a top-leg tree, you can do that as well. A little bit more challenging. Look a little bit in front, pull your arms back. Then bring the right hand back down. Good, and then the right. From here, inhale, look forward, belly over the thigh, ending with a standing split again. Pull the body against the legs, your left leg comes up nice and high over the right foot. That's it. And bring the left foot down softly beside the right. Inhale, come all the way up. Arch back. Come back home, hands to heart. Keep being a witness, watching the body moving, the reactions, emotional and mental. Have no concern as to what you observe. Into Hasta Uttanasana again, as far as deep as you like. Maybe right into Urdhva Dhanurasana if you know how to do a drop back. And come forward and down again. Uttanasana. Pull the body against the legs. Bring the hands down. From here, the left leg comes up. Extended standing split. Pull the left foot up higher. Good. And then bring your body against your leg. Bend your right knee if you need to get your belly against your leg. Your left foot comes up higher. And then take the right hand to the ankle. The index finger trace along the outside of the heel. And then hold your breath so you can move your left hand closer and closer, maybe right on the foot. Your gaze is just beyond the toes. Eventually you have a straight line, vertical line from the top foot down to the bottom. That's the idea. Good. Now bring the hands down. Again, you have an option to either just lift the right heel up off the ground, pulse up and down, push into your hands. Or you can see if you can come up. Take a few jumps, try to come up into handstand. So push into your foot, lift up, hold the breath. You can do it against the wall if you like. That's it. Push into your hands, hold the breath. That's it. Good. Good, Georgia. Good. Bring the back foot in a little bit more, Georgia, before you take a jump, and then that's it. Okay? A few more tries. That's the idea. Beautiful. Keep your foot close to your hand so you don't have to jump as much. Press off your foot. One more time. Press through the base of the toes, Nicola. Good. All right. And then land the right foot back down, the left foot back. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up over the head. Strong, devoted, mighty warrior. Enter the consciousness of the pose of the being. And then from here, Parivritta Parsvakonasana. Lift the back heel, go to your right. Any variation of Parivritta Parsvakonasana, you can keep your knee on the ground if you like, your left knee, and then turn your face and chest up. If you want to take a bind, go ahead, take a bind. Left arm goes underneath your leg, right arm over your back. Pull the right shoulder all the way back, so chest facing up, like you're lying on your back almost. Remember, whatever you can't do, be unconcerned, unjudging. You continue where you left off in this lifetime, but try to go as far as you can, come to the edge of your potential. And then break the pose, coming back, lizard. So bring the right foot out to the edge of the mat, slide back and forth, and then push back through the left heel one more time, lower the hip, lower the knee, and lower the left forearm if you can, roll back to the right. Bring the head and chest forward, and just see if you can sink your hips down. Feel very heavy through the hips, the rest of the body will follow. Namjen, how are you doing? I know you're sick, so I know that it's probably difficult for you, so I can always give you the recording after if you feel like you can't continue, okay? And then you can just watch it or whatever. So, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye. All right, so now continue. Telescope your chest forward, come down very low. Look like a lizard sunning yourself on the warm earth. And then coming back onto the hands. Ardha Hanumanasana. Pull the hips back, lift the right foot, toes up, and bow to your leg. Try to bring your belly onto your thigh, the chest moving forward. Again, if this is too easy at any point, you can move into Hanumanasana. Hinge your seat forward and start to push the right heel forward. Come upright, your shoulders over the hips, your hands alongside the hips. And then stretch the mat with your feet again into Hanumanasana. Any variation that expresses the devotion and faithfulness of Hanuman. Anything is possible. Good. Bring your attention to all these areas in the body where you want to have more release after the pranam go. If you want to take your foot to the head in either a swan or both hands to the foot on top of the head, it's always an option. Move the body in a way the joints have follows a natural movement of the joint, no torquing, no wrenching the joints around. Good. Now from here, break the pose, bend the toes under and back foot, and then slide your right foot all the way back, coming into high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead to the ground. Scoop right into upward facing dog. And then Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then step the left foot between your hands, Virabhadrasana 2 this time. Turn to the right, sink down to the seat, get nice and low in the hips, steady and strong. Like the mighty warrior. Always stay engaged. Remember, the witness within is always watching, so stay present. Now from here, reach the left hand all the way forward in front of your left foot. Slide your right foot in, Ardha Chandrasana, the left hip over the left heel, open up to the right. And you can stay here, or you can take your left hand to your heart. Look in front. If you want, you can see if you can join your hands behind your back. Pull your hands back. Open up a little bit more. Whatever happens, if you fall, just come right back up again. Angry determination. Remember, hip over the heel. And bring both hands back down, look forward, and then bow to your leg again, coming into standing split, the right leg comes up higher. Good, beautiful line. And then back down, Uttanasana. Pull the body against the legs. Come all the way up. Hasta Uttanasana, or again, go as far and deep as you want. Easy Chakasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana if you know how to do a drop back. And come back home, hands to the heart. Now from here, one more variation. Raise your arms up. Imagine doing a divine dance of devotion. Come forward and back, come forward and down into Uttanasana again. So from here, plant your hands down. Now here you can either come into, again, lift your heels, come back down, 3 jumps to come up, coming into tuck. So you can either just lift up off your heels, rock back and forth, try to bring your weight over your hands a little bit more, your shoulders over the fingertips. If you feel comfortable, see if you can lift up into tuck, press off the toes, the belly, your chest and your thighs come together. Push really firmly into the ground. Eventually, your legs will come up. Good. That's it, Nicola. Good. Beautiful. If you find your way up, just hover there for a moment. Really push into the ground with your hands. That's it, Georgia. That's it. Good. Now, if you want, you can extend your legs all the way up, Nicola. Good. here, try a couple more times if you like. Hold your breath as you come in. You can extend your legs and then back into chaturanga from here. Into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Good. Now from here, coming onto your left hand and left foot for Vasisthasana. Turn to the right. From here, slide the right toes back, spin on your foot, turn your face and chest up. Wild thing. And from here, if you want, you can try to take up your right foot. So the toes are the same line to your left leg. So you can take your weight up off your right foot and take the knee up. Maybe even extend your leg and take hold of the foot. You can also just stay with your foot on the ground. Just keep your hips way up. And then we turn to high plank. From here, lower down into chaturanga, through into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Now from here, the right foot steps forward to the hands. From here, press off your left foot, raise the left leg up. Arms out to the side, coming into gliding eagle. And then from here, press into your right foot and come all the way up. If you can't keep your left foot up, right into angel. Bring your arms back, bring your head up, your gaze up. Look like an angel, ready to devote themselves to God's service. Oops. Beautiful, that's it. From here, bring the left knee in front. Take hold of the shin. Lean back a little bit. Now you can stay here or you can extend your leg, hands to the heart, and then you can stay there. You can bring your arms out to the side. Do it nice and slow. That's it. Good stuff. It's a challenging pose. And then return. Good. Now from here, on the other side now, raise your arms up. Arch back as you see fit. Come forward into Uttanasana. Good. So from here, press into your hands again. Actually, let's do another one. So raise your right leg up. Extend the standing split, pull the body nose in towards your shin, and then here, see if you can press up off. You did this before. Lift up off your left foot. Come up 3 times. Maybe at some point you come into a full handstand. Then back into chaturanga. That's it. Into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now on your right hand and right foot, Vasisthasana again. Turn to your left. Good. And then keep going. Left foot slides back. Turn hips and chest up. The left foot, the right foot again, same lines to your right leg, so not 90 degrees to the leg. So you can get the inner edge of the foot down, so you can take your left knee up more easily. Take hold of the knee, maybe take hold of the foot if you have the reach. And bring break the pose, bring the left foot back down, turn back into downward facing dog. The left foot comes up, step the foot between the hands. So from here, getting ready for gliding eagle again, bring the arms out and bring the right leg up. Make like a swan dive. Your back is arched a little bit. Then press into your left foot, hold your breath, come up into angel. Up to the height of the shoulders, pull your arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring your head back. Offer yourself up for divine service again. Tuck your chin in. And from here, turn your left foot out a little bit as you bring your right knee up into your chest. And then lean back if you can. Feel comfortable. Push your belly towards your thigh. Shoulders back. You can stay here, or you can see if you can extend your leg, look beyond your toes, hands to the heart. Lean back, and you can maybe take your arms out. That's it. Good. Look beyond your toes. Good. And then, nice hold. Come back. Hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in from the heart up to the crown. Hold the breath. Bring all your attention there. Imagine all the love going out to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in the heart towards all beings. Good. All right. So now, let's come down for... Let's come down child's pose for a moment. Forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all effort instantaneously. And then roll your way back up. So start with Gomukhasana. So we're going to come up stand on your knees. The right foot comes forward and it just comes across. So the toes out towards your left and your right knee's in behind your left knee. And bring your hands down, bring your toes of the left leg out to the right and sit between your heels. Your knees are centered right on top of one another. Right arm up. Take hold of the elbow with your left hand and push it all the way up and back behind your head. Walk the fingers down the back of your body, between your shoulder blades. And then you can take your left hand up the back if you have the mobility. Pull on the hand, try to get your hand further down towards the lower back. Lift the chest, lean back a little bit. Try to get your elbows in the same line with the head centered in between the elbows. Tuck your chin in, bring the right elbow down. From here, plunge your hands down. Lift your seat. Take a jump. Change your legs in midair and come back down. Good. Good. So your your left leg's on top this time. You're sitting between your heels once again. Left arm comes up. Take hold of the elbow again. Push it back. Higher, higher and back further behind the head. Walk the hand down the center of the back and bring the right arm up if you can to meet it. No forcing, no going to a place of pain or anxiety again. Think of what you're transmitting to all beings feeling this through your experience. Especially God who resides right within. So don't do anything that will bring harm to God, who's God. And then slowly release, tuck your chin in, left elbow comes down, and release. King of the postures now, head stands. So we can start off with just any version you like. So come into pose, you can come onto forms on your finger stand, whatever you like. So do one headstand first and we'll do variations after that. Okay, so go ahead. You can take hold of your opposite elbows. Don't move your elbows, then interlace your fingers. Come out smooth and steady. Once you're up, if you have a lotus, you can take your lotus. This makes the mind even more one-pointed in its focus. Concentration, just like the postures, require a lot of practice in order to master it. Unbroken concentration leads to meditation, and merging with a form is an even higher form of meditation. Eventually you want to merge with the divine. That is samadhi, the highest form. Become one with God. Keep pressing into your forms. If you like, you can see if you can lift your head up off the ground. Push into forms hard, hold the breath, and see if you can pull your head up off the ground. It's an option again. And then bring your head down. From here, move your hands, if you like, into tripod position if you're not already there. And then split your legs, one leg forward, one leg back. Keep your legs quite bent, your feet flexed. Bring your hands a little bit out beyond the edges of the mat. Long, wide base. And if you want, you can try to switch your hands from forward in front of you to behind you. So as you want to do that, you have to lean back a little bit, fall towards the back, and catch yourself before you fall. So your back leg just keeps going back, and to come forward again, you tip forward so that you catch yourself again before the foot hits the ground. So you can rock back and forth a few times if you like. Play with the different positions of the hands. Or if it's too much, you can just move your legs without losing your attention, without falling. That's it, flex your feet.
Nice. Beautiful lines, everybody. So strain your arms a little bit. If you're trying to move your hands behind your head, you have to hold your breath and go back more towards the back of the head, and then catch yourself before you come down. Good. All right. And then let's come down. Break the pose. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so one hand in, one now. Easiest to do is one form on the ground. So you start with your arms like this. Okay, so your elbows a little bit closer towards your shoulders, and your hands are right beside each side of the head like this. Okay, so this is the pose, and then you move one hand back. So you can start off like this with your come again with your split legs. And then it's easiest probably to take, if the foot that's back, take that same hand, the same side out. Okay, so you have to lean into the wrists a little bit with your head and come eventually onto your fingertips. Maybe peel the fingers up one time until you're just on the index finger. And keep leaning a little bit to your right with your head into your arm,
See if you can take your finger up off the ground. Eventually, if you bend the foot, flex the foot, you may be able to take your foot, push into the foot. Okay, so lots of different options. Hold your breath as you take your finger up off the ground. Really press down to the form. That's it. Flex your feet. Bend your toes back. It helps keep keeps your legs engaged. C'est ça. Poussez à travers le pied en arrière, Georgia, puis flexez les orteils. C'est ça. Faites le pied comme ça. Ok. Au lieu de pointer les orteils, poussez à travers les monts des orteils. Ça vous garderez dans la position plus facilement. Ok. Good, Nicolas. Good. Push through the back foot a little bit more, Nicolas. That's keep your legs close to your body. Imagine trying to get your foot right to the ground behind your back. Hold your breath. That's it. A little bit more, even a little bit further back. C'est ça, Georgia. Oui. Lean into the forearm that's supporting you. That's it. That's it. Keep pushing through the back foot. Voila. Good. Yep. Good. That will come. It's coming. It's coming nicely. So just keep pushing through the back foot. Flexez le pied, puis ça va arriver. Okay. Keep your legs very wide, and this will help. Okay. Good. All right. Good. That's a push into the arm, really rest on your forearm, push your head into the side of the arm. Your foot, right, the back foot, a little bit further back. That's it. Keep pushing through the back foot. Keep your knee close to your front knee close to your body. Yeah. Keep pushing through the back foot. Don't let your front leg go too high. Keep your leg close to your body. Yeah, that's it. Good. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Good. Beautiful. Good, Nicola. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to do shoulder stand. Okay, so before we do that, just child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax everything. Okay, so now come into shoulder stand. Any which way you like. If you want to try the front entry, you can do this. So you can just come into downward facing dog. Bring your elbows down. Bring your head between your elbows and just keep walking feet forward. Press into your arms, your hands, your wrists. Hold your breath. And then you land your shoulders on top of the mat and plow, and then you make your way back up. If this is too much, you just roll back the regular way, coming into shoulder stand. So again, according to your abilities and comfort level. That's it. If you have a lotus, you may do a lotus again. Oh yes, beautiful lines. Nice and straight. Once you're in the pose, remain steady. Leave the body alone. Bring all your attention to the seat of divine perception, center of the forebrow. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, but deeper within, beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. here, plow pose. If you don't have a lotus, if you have a lotus, you can do Pindasana. If you come into plow pose, your legs are straight. You can also bring your thighs against your body. Knees on the other side of the head. Pull yourself deeper within, beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. These are not you. Now, here. If you have a lotus, release your lotus. Bring your hands to your back. And from here, land in bridge pose. One foot at a time comes down. And land the foot very softly on the ground. And then the other one comes down. It's staying in bridge pose so you can make the transition into couch. So in couch pose, you keep your heels lifted, but bring your heels together and just actually walk forward on your elbows and shoulders first. Once your elbows are close to your heels, take hold of your ankles. Hold on to your ankles, lift your shoulders and your head up off the ground, tilt forward so your knees come down. The seat is on the heels, and then bring the top of the head on the ground. If this is too much, do a regular fish. And if you can either keep holding out your ankles or bring your forearms in front, hold the opposite elbows. And from here, since we're already here, place your hands beside your head. If you feel comfortable, do so. Lift up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. That's it. Keep your heels lifted. And here you can do anything you like. You can rock back and forth. Try to get your chest in front of your arms. Be careful, of course, of getting too open if you have any issues, of course. Be mindful of your condition. And then come back down. Lie on the back. Breathe in. And breathe out all fatigue. Imagine you're fainting. So we're going to stay on the ground here. Bring the right leg up. Take hold of the ankle. Bring your knee onto the shoulder. And then straighten your leg as much as you can. If you're very flexible, you might be able to get your foot right to the ground behind your head, beside your head. So it's not leg behind your head yet, but it's just infinity pose. A straight line from the left foot all the way up to your right foot. Good. Now from here, we're going to turn onto your left side of the body. Bring your left hand to your head, the right hand in front of the chest. You can stay there. You can take hold of the foot with your right hand. So your arm comes in front of your leg, and then you hold the heel from underneath. And you bring the foot up as high as you can. If you can't get the hand to the heel, you can just take your hand to wherever you feel is available, on the back of the leg, wherever. If you're very flexible, you might be able to pull your foot right behind your shoulder towards the ground. That's it. And from here, a little bit more of a pull, and then rock back onto your back. Now, depending where your leg is, you can either do half happy baby pose. If you're ready to take your leg behind your head, go ahead. You can bring your left knee in a little bit into a tuck. Push the right shoulder into the back of the knee. Pull the foot towards the left. And then bring your head in front of the foot. That's the idea, Nicola. Good. Shoulders up. Pull the foot towards the left. That's it. Use the back of the arm to push the leg behind your head. That's the idea. Good. And from here, you swing your left leg up. Come right into seated position. Now, if you still have your leg behind your head, you can keep it behind your head. Press into your hands and lift your seat up off the ground. If you don't have your leg behind your head, you can hang your leg over your right arm close to the shoulder, and then cross your left leg over the right if you like, or you don't have to. If you can do it without crossing your legs, lift your base up off the ground. Just like that, okay? So go ahead. Either foot on the arm, hanging over the arm, or foot behind the head. Lift your base. There's a nice transition here. You pull your left leg in. You can go right into Kundalini from here. And right back into Chaturanga. That's it. Good. Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Beautiful, Georgia. And back. All right, so now from here, you come back. You can jump between your arms. You can sit down or whatever you like to do. Lie on the back again and bring your left leg up. This time, take hold of the ankle. Pull the knee onto your shoulder, the front of the shoulder, and pull on the foot. Try to get your left leg up as straight as possible. Again, if you're flexible, you can try to bring your foot right to the ground beside your head. And then roll to your right, come onto the right edge of the body. And then from here, you can bring your head into your right hand. Use your left hand to pull the foot down, eventually the right hand as well. If you're flexible, you might be able to get your foot closer to the ground, behind the shoulder. And then slowly you can bend your left knee a little bit, roll back onto your back, and prepare again to get your leg behind your head. So you can pull the right knee right in towards your body, and use your left shoulder, push into the back of the knee. Try to get your knee up as high, as close to your ear as possible. In order for you to be able to push the foot back behind your head, pull it to your right, and send your head in front of your leg. That's it. Push with the back of the shoulder into the back of the knee. Wriggle a little bit. That's the idea. And then bring your hands down the ground beside your body. Raise your right leg up. And come to seated position. Now here you can either, if your leg's behind your head, you can keep it there. You can keep it there, coming into lift your base up. Otherwise, just hang your left leg over your left arm, and so you can lift your base up off the ground. Push into your hands, lift up. And again, if you like, the transition. right through, in between your right leg, into Kundinyasana, into Chaturanga.
Nice. Beautiful. And then from here, once you're through,
Rest on your belly, forehead on your hands.
breathe in, breathe out, all fatigue. All right, so let's start off with bending the back the other way now. Cobra. Pull your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers in line with your shoulders, roll the shoulders back. Make your way up very slowly. Take your time. You can stay a while in Sphinx if you like, or Baby Cobra. Your arms very bent. Push your chest all the way forward. Curve your spine like the letter C. And as you feel like you can go further, you can start to walk your hands closer in towards your body. Try to get the whole top of the body from the tops of the legs up off the ground. Imagine you can touch the seat with the back of your head. Good. If you want, you can separate your feet, come onto your fingertips. If sometimes helps as well. King Cobra. Push into fingertips, send your body further back. Bend your knees. Imagine squeezing socks behind your knees. Point the toes, and your toes might find their way to the head. You have to bring your hands very close to your hips, in front of the hips. Beautiful, that's it. Good. And back down. Rest.
Breathe in.
And breathe out. Relax everything.
Bow pose, Dhanurasana. If too much, you can do Cobra again.
Bend your knees up. You can take one foot at a time if that makes it easier. Pull in the foot, hold your breath, and take the other foot up. Just feel it out. Just try to pull your legs so that eventually your toes come over your head. You can see the toes when you look above. Modify as you need to according to your condition. You can rock back and forth if you like. Try to get right onto your knees. Pull on the legs. And break the pose.
Breathe in.
Breathe out. Press into your hands underneath the shoulders, press up into table, and then sit back onto your heels. So one more. So again, depending on how much opening you want, you can do rabbit pose or camel or kapotasana. Okay, so if you're doing rabbit pose, your feet stay, your heels are up, bend the toes under. Bring your hands onto your seat, push into your seat, and pull down. You can stay here if you like. Your chest up, your head back. You feel comfortable, you lean back a little bit so your shoulders go behind your feet. One hand, right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Bring heels together, cross the baby fingers, and push your hips all the way forward like you're about to fall on your thighs. Okay, you can do this one. If you can do it with flat feet on the ground, camel, ustrasana, you can do that as well. The tops of the toes are pressing to the ground. Your hips in line with your knees. If you're even more flexible, you can then take one arm back,
overhead, and then bring your hands to the ground, and then the other hand comes. You can hold on to the edges of the mat, and then you can eventually make your way into Kapotasana. Walk your hands towards your feet, so eventually you can take your fingers to your toes and bring your forearms down. So again, move according to what you were able to do. Good. That's it. Good, Nicola. Good. And then break the pose. Come back. Good. Now from here, twist. Bring your legs out from the front. If you want to do lotus, you can do lotus. Otherwise, Ardha Matsyendrasana. If you're doing a lotus, your right leg goes on top. So your left foot goes in, and then the right foot on top. Good. And from here, you turn to the right, lean over the right leg, bring the right arm behind the back, and use your left hand. If you like to guide the hand to the foot, the right foot, your left hand comes to the outside of the knee, either against the back of the fist against the knee, or step on your hand with your knee, the palm down. And inhale, pull your body back up. Exhale, turn to the right, pull on the foot. Press a right foot into the thigh. And roll the right shoulder back. Lean forward a little bit so the heel of the palm comes down. Keep trying to push your back into the arm that's behind you. And then break the pose. Change your legs around. Take your left leg out from the lotus and place it on top, or undo your whole lotus if you need to. Okay. And then go to your left. Lean over your left leg. Left arm goes behind the back to the foot. Right hand to the outside of the left knee, or stepping on that hand again with your knee, the palm down. Over your left shoulder. Twist bit by bit. Feel the rotation starting at the base of the hips, all the way up. And break the pose. Lie on the back, Shavasana. Make your way down slowly. Just allow the body to sink down heavily. Everything becomes heavy and loose, all the joints completely relaxed, as though, and feels all the muscles just dissolved, all the muscles and the skin just hanging off the bones. The feet, all parts of the feet, the toes just hanging limply off the feet hanging off the ankles, heavily, just falling out to the sides. The ankles completely loose. Lower legs, heavy. Knee joints inactive.
thighs extremely heavy, sinking into the ground, as well as the seat, the hips, as though they were made of lead, the whole lower body from the hips all the way down to the feet, sinking down heavily. Hands, the fingers completely loose and dead-like, hanging just lifelessly off the hands. Back of the hands and palms are soft, no tension whatsoever, just loose, hanging off the wrists. The wrists are completely relaxed. Forearms heavy, dangling lifelessly off the elbows. The elbow joints inactive. Upper arms heavy as well. The shoulders feel as if the shoulder blades, all the muscles around the shoulder blades, the bones heavy as can be, and the arms just dangling off, hanging off the shoulder joints lifelessly, like dead weight alongside the body. From the top of the back all the way down to the seat, the whole back sinking down heavily, sagging from its own weight. Even the lower back, where there's a natural curve in the spine, all the organs within just sitting heavily in the body, allowing that area of the body, the lower back, to sink down as well. Everything. Just completely inactive. All the organs lifeless. Still not even functioning. Even the blood remains stagnant, still in the veins, not even circulating the nerves, not going up and down the spine either. Everything so still, it's as though the body were a corpse from the neck down. The neck, ensure that it's free of any tension, no strain around the neck anywhere. The shoulders as well, soft, relaxed. The head, back of the head pressing into the ground heavily. All the muscles of the face are soft. The forehead, no signs of anxiety or tension, no wrinkles in the forehead, no frown lines. The eyebrows relaxed, the eyes as well, the eyelids heavy. The eyes within just gazing at behind the eyelids. No hardness in them, just soft. The nose, the cheeks, the mouth, no strain shown anywhere, no tension, no tightness in the jaw. The teeth are just set comfortably, the tongue resting in its bed of the mouth, in the bed of the mouth. No grinding or clenching of the jaw, everything just soft. Along the jawline to the ears, that line also relaxed. And the brain within now. Imagine it became like a radio, very still. Normally, so many signals coming in and out, like a radio station. Now there's absolutely no noise, complete silence. free of restlessness. And with that absence of restlessness, no desires are turned up that turn into attachments that ultimately lead to suffering. No expectations. Everything comes regardless as a result of offering up the practice. No need to worry about them. They will come to you, and they come in even greater extent when you practice with an intention of delivering all the benefits and sharing the benefits with all beings. So stay in that mindset of offering, of sharing. All beings enjoying it through you. And extend that into your day-to-day life, not only on the practice, not only in practice, not only on the mat, in all your interactions. Offer up every bit of enjoyment, everything you do to all others, and be mindful of how you comport yourself, for it all affects all beings to an extent, especially God who's within. And this is how compassion is cultivated, and unconditional love towards all beings is cultivated and grows. The sign of self-realization is when you see sameness everywhere, when you see God in all beings. So imagine in every encounter you make with any being, you are standing in front of God. Whether it's an ant, whether it's a dog, whether it's your child, whether it's a king or a queen. So now let's prepare to come back from Shavasana in the most reverent and gentle and silent way possible, so as not to remove ourselves from that tranquil state that we created. Make your way back gently. Become aware of your physical body again, this beautiful vehicle they've been given to exercise this intention. Prepare to sit. And we'll close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within. Send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. It's so wonderful to practice with you both. Merci tellement. À la prochaine, j'espère. Thank you so much. It was a beautiful practice with you.
Yes.
Merci tellement. Ça te sent bien?
Oui, oui.
Parfait.
Yes.
Parfait. C'est bon. Merci tellement. À la prochaine. Thank you, Nicola, for coming. I'm so glad you could come.
Thank you, Justine. Thank you for so much. It's really
It's always a pleasure.
pleasure.
It's always a gift to practice with you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, both. Much love to you both. See you soon.
See you.
Bye bye.